Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. Here's our summary and review of Disney Plus's The Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 2, The Passenger. This episode opens up where we left off, with Mando and the child riding the speeder bike on Tatooine. The two are attacked by a group of mercenaries who want to steal their loot. Mando takes care of them with relative ease, and the two continue back to Mos Eisley. Back in Mos Eisley, the two meet up again with Peli, who is playing cards with someone who knows of where Mandalorians might be. They work out a deal that Mando will take a frog passenger to the estuary moon of Trask. However, they can't use hyperspace because of the delicate nature of her eggs that need to be fertilized by the equinox in order to save her line. The three leave together and begin the dangerous journey of traveling sublight to Trask. On their way, they are approached by two X-Wings belonging to the New Republic. When Mando is unable to produce a ping and unable to prove he's not Imperial, the two X-Wings chase him down. He ends up evading the chase, but crash lands on a frozen planet. After taking a look at the damage to the Razor Crest, he opts to sleep through the night before making any other decisions. While he is sleeping, the passenger rigs up Zero to translate for her. She must get her eggs to her husband as soon as possible to preserve her line. Mando tells her that their deal is off, something she is unimpressed by, telling him that holding his word is part of being a Mandalorian. Mando then gets to work on the ship, and while he does this, the passenger leaves. They track her down to a hot spring where she is relaxing with her eggs. Mando convinces her to leave, and while the two are conversing, the child eats a spider from an egg on the planet. Soon after, all the spiders start emerging from their eggs and start attacking. Mando and the two others are chased back to the Razor Crest, where they hole up in the cockpit. When everything seems like it's over for Mando, the child, and the passenger, the three are rescued by the two X-Wing fighters. They destroy all the spiders, but refuse to help Mando off the planet and leave. Mando rigs up the Razor Crest to fly with just the cockpit pressurized, and the three are able to leave the planet. So what we like and didn't like. So I really liked how the episode opened up. I thought it really reminded me of how the season 1 episode opened up, the second episode of season 1 with Mando being attacked. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know if they meant to do that, but I thought it was neat.
Yeah. I really actually thought it was going to be Boba Fett in the beginning. I mean, they left us with such a big cliffhanger, so I didn't like that about that part.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of thought it might be him as well. It just made sense for it to be him, but then it just wasn't him.
Yeah, or maybe it was Mercs that he put up to try to get his armor. I don't know. I had a little bit more hopes for that, but the action was really cool. And of course, he gets his jetpack back.
His Rising Phoenix or whatever it's called. Yeah. I also really liked the frog lady. I thought she was pretty funny. She just was kind of sassy without meaning to be sassy. She just rigs up Zero and translates, "This is what I want. I thought you were a Mandalorian." Totally just guilts him into helping her, which I thought was funny. And then when they're running away from the spiders, how she just goes into complete frog mode and starts running.
Right. She's just relaxing in the hot springs.
Yeah.
I also kind of felt bad for her though, because Baby Yoda the child just kept eating her eggs.
Oh my God. He was so funny in this episode. I was I wonder if she counted those eggs, because he ate so many of them.
Right. Even in the last scene, you just see him pop another one. Too funny.
Yeah. Lots of cute Baby Yoda moments in this episode, which I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. So I also liked how we're on this ice planet. They crash land there, but we don't actually know which one it is. Based on the trailers, we thought it was going to be Ilum. They're exploring the ice caves, the crystal caves.
The big crater too around the equator.
Yeah, and at this point, it's it still could be. We don't actually know where they were, but the trailers really made it look like Ilum. So again, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed there, but at the same time, we got some pretty cool spider chase.
Yeah,
going on.
I can say that was probably something I really didn't like. I mean, I liked it, but the spiders were just so gross with their nasty teeth and their big bulbous bodies. I really actually got Harry Potter, the second feel, when Harry and Ron get chased by all the spiders. That's exactly what it made me think of when I was watching this episode.
Yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, I'm not entirely sure. These could be the KRAYT spiders that we see in Rebels, which is really cool.
They definitely look very similar.
Yeah, and actually, if anyone's looked at the concept art from Ralph McQuarrie, you'll know that whole scene is kind of set up just like The Empire Strikes Back was supposed to be, on Dagobah with the spiders and all the eggs around there. So you gotta love Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau for always throwing in nods to the original trilogies and even the prequels. Just everything that they do is well appreciated by the fans.
Yeah. Speaking of Dave Filoni, I did like him as reprising his role as the uninterested X-wing fighter.
And the whole "May the Force be with you" and also with you. Oh, that
whole interaction to me was just so humorous. It was so like awkward and like they just like kept going on, and I was like, what is even happening right now?
They're like, okay, see ya. Oh wait, one more thing. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then he just dips out. Yeah. And then again, that's another thing I was going to say is that, when we see the trailers, we see them flying through the clouds. And I thought, Cloud City? Is it totally going to be Cloud City? Again, we're fooled. Fooled into thinking that there. So maybe they did that intentionally, to throw people off or,
Maybe. But, I wouldn't put it past them.
But yeah. But that's not to say that we still might not get those planets. True. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Another thing I didn't really like was at the end when, after the X-Wing fighters, like, save Mando, they just, like, leave him on the frozen planet. Like, all right, well, see ya. Like, he's obviously stranded there. They could have helped him out a bit, but I guess.
Yeah, but I think it was kind of like, they were supposed to arrest him. And instead of arresting him, they're like, we'll let you off, but we're just going to kind of, like, turn a blind eye and leave you here.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, and then I think also from the trailer we see Mando's ship kind of like all wrecked and floating into a planet. I think that's going to be the start of episode 3 then.
Yeah, definitely. Well, because we didn't really figure out who these other Mandalorians were because they never made it to the moon, right? So. Yeah.
I also kind of wonder if there even is going to be Mandalorians there,
Would you put it past Frog Lady to just totally lie?
She's like, I just actually really needed to get here. Sorry about that. No, but even in the trailers, we see them on like the water planet with the ship. This has got to be it, right? And so we know that when they're in the trailer, they're talking about enemy sorcerers. So, maybe they don't find Mandalorians. Maybe they find a Jedi. Who knows what we're going to expect from that. But
I guess we'll find out next week.
Looking forward to it.
So in terms of ratings, I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed all the Baby Yoda moments. I definitely think he was the star of the show in this episode. But we also just didn't really get that much result in terms of like the overarching plot of the season. So yeah, I think a 7 out of 10 is fair.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to agree with you and also give it a 7 out of 10. It was a really well designed episode. It kind of had humor when it needed to, with Baby Yoda eating the eggs and Dave Filoni as a disinterested X-Wing fighter. But then we also get some action scenes too with all the spiders coming, the thugs in the beginning that tried to jump Mando. So yeah, it was definitely a wild ride, I feel, in this episode, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
Nice. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. What did you think of Season 2, Episode 2 of The Mandalorian? Let us know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. We hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.
You are not a Jedi yet.